We're here because this is where the ship was launched from. The history of Titanic began here. And we're here to not just celebrate the movie, but to celebrate the people of Belfast who built not just Titanic, but thousands of other ships. And, while Titanic is on their registry and they removed themselves from really being associated with it for so many years, they've now come to the understanding that it's time to embrace it because it's their craftsmanship that enabled people to actually survive. It's the workers who came from Ireland that kept the ship afloat as long as it did. And we are here to celebrate that and to remind people that, those who don't remember history are doomed to repeat it. And decisions of hubris that were made, really by, people not from Belfast, that's what led to the tragedy. This, to me, is the culmination of my Titanic experiences. For years making the movie, we were looking at reference photos of the Harland and Wolff drawing room, of the dry dock that the ship sat in. And today, I was able to go experience and walk the dry dock. I was able to go to the Harland and Wolff offices to be able to present to the public the Blu-ray. It's closure on an experience for both Jim and I. This really is our last foray into Titanic, and to be able to celebrate it here in Belfast, to be able to present it in the quality that we're able to achieve on Blu-ray today, with the supplemental material where people will also be able to get an insight into the filmmaking process. There's a documentary called Reflections of Titanic, where how often do you get to look back on the experience and what that movie meant in your life today? But Jim Cameron did interviews, I did interviews, Kate Winslet did interviews, other cast members did interviews, getting to look back on that. Getting to take all of the knowledge that we've gained from other expeditions to the wreck, things that we did not know, and to present those in a documentary that's called The Final Word, where we brought in other Titanic experts to be able to include, deleted scenes that could not make it into the theatrical version, but for people to go see and to have a commentary on why these scenes didn't make it into the movie. It's an incredible opportunity. At the end of the day, the legacy of the film will be its theatrical run, but it will live on in people's homes thanks to the Blu-ray. What the Titanic Blu-ray 3D brings to people's homes, it brings a their experience. They get to immerse themselves into the narrative storytelling of the movie. They get to relive an in-theater experience in their homes thanks to the quality of Blu-ray today and 3D technology. So that is rather unique, and we were very excited about the team of people that we worked with to be able to pull this off. Movies are only as good as the team of people you have behind it, and we had great people doing our 3D conversions, great people working on the Blu-ray disc and the conversion, and the color, and Jim Cameron putting his eye on it to make sure that the home experience matches what people saw in theaters. I think from the personal stories we heard, you can't single out any one. I mean, how do you make one person's tragedy, more important than another person's? But I think it's the magnitude and the idea that it affected everybody. No class was spared. We know more third-class people perished, but first class did too. So it didn't matter your, affluence in life. You were still subject to this. And it's the stories of the survivors as well, the people who overcame. And I think one of the strengths of the movie and why people want to return to this is it shows Rose in the frigid waters of the North Atlantic losing the love of her life, which is a more desperate and tragic situation than I as a viewer are most likely in, no matter what my bills are, the doctor's calls, anything like that. Yet the movie goes to show that she lived a full and rewarding life. And it tells me as an audience member, if she can do that, I can do it too.